Hello? It's not a silly name. This is Vlad, I think. He had a circus and he is now descending into madness. I don't know. Anyway, we may regret this game, but it's tagged as a point and click, so of course we have to try it. So, Vlad Circus, Descend into Madness, is developed by Indisruption, published by Blowfish Studios. It's the same developers as Nine Witches, which was a point and click set back in World War II, which was really interesting. This one came out on the 17th of October 2023. It's available on Xbox, PC, PlayStation and Switch. It's currently on sale on Xbox for 25% off. Regular price £16.99 or $19.99. In Vlad Descend into Madness, we discover a story full of mystery and pain, where every shadow hides a twisted secret or a vicious threat and no one is safe from tragedy. Experience the chilling story of a 1920s freak circus that burned to the ground and the grotesque quest to found the circus anew. Follow the tormented Oliver Mills. Oh, his name's not Vlad. Okay. As he struggles to escape and survive and escape. Fall into the evocative pixel art, envelop yourself in the all-encompassing sound, and be enthralled by rich dialogue. It's a twisting psychological horror tale with an unforgettable ending, puzzle-solving elements and survival mechanics, which is the bit that I'm not looking forward to. A labyrinthine mansion of over 50 locations, and an enchanting pixel art and dazzling 2D lighting system. So, I want to say that... I had the thing open. I was going to tell you about the developers. But I've lost my thing where I had about the developers. Blowfish also published Forest Grove, which we played earlier, which was really good. So it's like a good developer, good publisher. You know, I liked the previous game. No, there were not 8 other witch games, Dan. But yeah, I can't remember where I found where the developers were from, but I didn't write it down, so I can't tell you. But anyway, we're gonna give it a go and see how it is on stream. We are splitting the stream between 2 games. Also, I'm wearing my Snorlax hoodie, so that means I am semi-invisible today, which I'm okay with. It's cold. I can't see when I put it like that. It's generally why it's usually back. It's very comfy because it's cold. Okay. Oh, and I need the volume up on my TV because I turned it down earlier because it was annoying me. For a better experience, use headphones and turn off the lights. I'm going to go with no. It's 3 p.m. Well, it's 3:10. We are very much playing this in the daylight. I apologise if that's not what is intended. But I'll be honest. I might turn off the text typing sound at some point because the... Okay, so there's a lamp, there's a diary. Oh, there's a weapon. No, with reload. And reload is X and not Y. Okay, Y is inventory, B is run. Oh, there's a revolver, a knife, a rosary, and a shotgun. Okay, so... I'm just not very good at twitchy reaction games. I like my point and clicks not to include me having to run for my life. But then I've also played a point and click beat 'em up and a point and click platformer. So point and click survival horror. We'll try anything once and, we do it for the completion. Right. Okay. Challenge or story? Ooh, hello. Moderate. Yes, we definitely want moderate. Thank you very much. Yep. Moderate. Moderate, designed for the person that is not good at the twitchy things. Twitchy as in combat, not twitchy as in Twitch, obviously. Some scenes and images may be disturbing. The following story is fictional and does not depict any real person or event. That kind of circus. I have not finished Lair of the Clock. Well, I finished the story. Oh, okay, let me just read this story first. On June 6, 1921, the famous Vlad Circus caught fire, burning to the ground in less than 10 minutes. The tragedy caused dozens of deaths and hundreds of injuries. In 1922, the owner's brother, Joseph Petrescu, was found guilty of starting the fire and sentenced to death by the electric chair. 1929, 8 years after the fire. It's a little bit like Sherlock Holmes and Watson. Yeah, I also need to finish off the achievements for Lair of the Clockwork Gods. I finished the story. I enjoyed the story. But there are a bunch of achievements that I need to do. I didn't get all the mails. I didn't do the things without dying because it's me. And I did not find the chicken or whatever the whatchamacallit was. Door knock. Okay. Wake up. Oh, we are literally in clown outfit. Okay. Oliver Mills. But what time is it? Actually, should we make him Scottish as he's the protagonist and we haven't had a Scottish protagonist in a while? Okay, but what time is it? I've overslept. I'd better hurry up. They should all be here by now. Why would you go to sleep in clown makeup? That is just asking for clogged paws. And oh, we're committed. We're committed! You shall not neglect your life or your obligations. There are 12 achievements. They are secrets. Oh, except for light the way, honor your past, expel the demons, holy Sabbath, and then the others are secret. Okay. I'm hoping, Oh, what was that? Draw. Open drawer. Yes. Draw. Key. Take. We have key. Excellent. Painting. It's too dark to see. Yes. Well, I was looking for a light. Rosary. Take. Mother's rosary. We should stay close. Diary. Take. Thank goodness. Here it is. Oh. Okay. Ah, right. Okay. Vlad Petrescu's letter. Maui? April 1929. It sure took me by surprise. An invitation to meet my own old friends. Vlad Circus will rise from the ashes. Brand new life. April 19th. It's been almost a year since I left Penhurst Asylum, but I can't get back to normal life. I've been thinking about the letter from Vlad Petrescu I received during spring. Is it really possible to be a clown again? And going back to the circus? I don't know. I'll be leaving on the morning train. April 20th. Train passes through the landscape of lovely pine trees. Gone are the days in the asylum, the fear, my mother's grave, and everything else. Writing it feels good, and my anguish starts disappearing. I will reunite with my old friends. Blessed be God. Okay. So Vlad is the brother, and it's their circus. Their brother Yosef burnt it down. And this clown guy, Oliver Mills, is clown, is not the titular Vlad. Okay, so there are no more pages. Other tabs, remarks, dropped objects, and places. Okay, I haven't written anything since Akimi. I should be ashamed. Okay, but there is a handy-dandy, shiny thing. Light switch! That's what I wanted. I see, I got everything else in the dark because there was a handy, shiny things where there were things I could pick up. Now I can look at the painting. A leak surrounded by trees. The painting is signed by Madison Laser. I'm going to sneeze. It's night already. How can I sleep so much? Everyone must have arrived. I better come down. Okay. Well, so far, definitely... Where's the kerosene lamp? Okay. Definitely point and click mechanics. Classic pixel art. The door's locked. Oh, well, we have a key. Use the key with the door. You open the door. I go through the door. That's my bedroom. Okay. I don't really think I need to narrate. That door is also locked. Why are you yanking on it like that? Bathroom. Why is there no bloody lights anywhere? Sink. Flush toilet. Yes. Okay. Flushing the toilet causes the fountain to bubble. That's fun. Light switch. There we go. Right. There's no water. That's not good. Tub. That's a bathtub. That's empty. Well, that's good. If I had a dead person in it, I'd be a bit scared. We're just gonna leave on all the lights because that's better. I don't know why I'm talking Scottish today. I just feel like it, I guess. Whoa, okay, so that was... Christ's sake. Can we go back and get our lamp? Because if we can get our lamp from our bedroom, the kerosene one, then we won't be wandering around in the dark like a ninny. See, there's a light. There's a light over at the... Why? Yeah, the light ain't working. It doesn't matter how many times you hit the light switch. We can't pick up the lamp. Oh, that's silly, isn't it? Psh, fine. We'll navigate in the dark. That's great. We'll just fall down the ruddy stairs. Oh, hello. Who are you? Dr. Jasper? Mr. Mills, you have put on your costume. Extraordinary. It took you nearly 8 years to overcome your fear. Yes, we'll take a photo for the poster of the new circus. I didn't expect to see you here. I boarded the train as soon as I received your letter. It stated that Mr. Petrescu was planning to rebuild the circus, and that you will once again play the clown Lazy Ollie. Yes, I'm going back to the circus. A situation that can be traumatic without professional help. I'll certainly be helping you, Mr. Mills. I'm grateful to you, Doctor. You don't need to thank me. You have been an exemplary patient. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go unpack. I'll see you later. Certainly. If you'll excuse me. Okay. My guardian angel, Dr. Jasper's come to help me, the director of Penhurst Asylum in the flesh. I certainly surprised him when he saw me wearing my old costume. When I was in the asylum and I couldn't bear the thought of being Lazy Ollie again. Okay, so we've got garden and house. Right. Okay. There's a lamp. Can I pick up? Thank you. We have a lamp. Right, now we can see where we're... Oh, let there be light. Of course. Now I can see where I'm going, and I ain't gonna fall down the ruddy stairs, because that would be a terrible end to the scheme. Right at the very beginning. So yeah, it's the weekend. I have not really accomplished much this morning. Okay, I should go through this door before I... Actually, I'm just going to check there's nothing at the top of the stairs. I have to say, big fan of clowns. Well, actually, there's some upstairs. Let's start up. Those stairs do not look safe. It's a kerosene lamp. Okay, are we just going to keep... Alright, door is locked. There's a rosary. Lamp. A diary. Pray. I don't want to pray. I feel good now. Okay. But I don't feel good walking on that floor and those stairs. That's just freaking creepy. Anyway, how's everyone's... Oh, it was locked. But a mark has been added. Oh, how do I get my diary? The door to the first floor is locked. Well, that is definitely a remarkable remark. Yeah, how's everyone's weekends going? But where is everybody? I feel like it's some sort of punk. You know. Oh, hello. It's a nice fire. Fire, please. Fire brings back bad memories. I've got burns on my arms from when I was a little boy and used to work as a cigarette maker. Then the fire took over my whole life. Still have nightmares about the fire at Vlad Circus. Understandable. Understandable. Okay, so there's a corridor down there. There was a door up here. There's a camera. That's Petresco's old camera. The old man wants to take a picture for new circus focus. Circus poster. I don't want to say focus. Photos, anyway. You having a slow weekend? Yeah. It feels like it's one of them types of weekends. I don't need to call anyone. Yeah, but you should check it's working. Oh dear, hours don't count here. There's a hand missing. Well, I don't know what time it is, so a remark has been added. The clock from the hall is missing a hand. Okay, so the remarks are a wee bit, you know. Hello, there's a monkey. Tapano. I didn't see him this morning when I arrived. That thieving monkey is like a son to Petresco. I must be very old. Thank God he survived the fire. Table. Looks like the old man's feeding Mont Albano here. The table's a nice velvet table. Treats him like a king. Okay, so let's... Right, okay, so we've got a corridor, both sides, 2 doors, so... That one's locked. Door's locked from the inside. That's something downstairs. But, I don't have a key for that one. We need a key to get out of our room. The main door won't open. Okay, that's not great. Okay, but we're going to go left first before we go after the monkey, because I feel like the monkey is probably part of the story, and I want to see what's down here. The bathroom's locked. Oh, busy. Okay, so someone's in the bathroom. Reading room. Excellent. Hello? Oh. Olive there. You scared the hell out of us. Hakim! Jake! I haven't seen you in years. No way. You look just the same. Well, he looks quite creepy, so that's not really a great, you know. Easy, Ollie. As if no time has passed. Yes, it has, and I just turned 40. Hi, Alkash. I'm semi-invisible today because I'm wearing my Snorlax hoodie. Because it's cold. I got some warm tea, and we're playing a creepy game because that's what we do. How are you doing? Is it cold over the channel? I haven't really had a look at the weather elsewhere. It's vaguely warmer. It's 5 degrees here, which is 10 degrees warmer than it was the other morning. Good, I'm glad you're doing okay. Still a dry cold here. My hand's very much drying out. Oh, my chat in my VOD is quicker than the chat literally to the side of my screen. It's like I see this chat in the VOD, I look over, it's on my laptop, it's not on my PC yet. So apparently Twitch chat is just being very delayed today. It's 3 degrees there. Okay, so it's warmed up a little bit. But yes, when did you arrive here? This afternoon, on the late train, along with the rest of the troop. Bunch of losers. And what about you, my friend? When did you come? I took the morning train. I didn't want to risk it. I have a sleeping disorder. A sleeping disorder? Damn, and why is that? Well, it hasn't been so easy after the fire. You know Penhurst? Psychiatrists, pills, crises. several relapses over the year. It finally got out last year. Plus the economic slump started. Should be called Ollie. Have you seen Petrescu? No, he hasn't shown up yet. We were thinking about the good old times this morning. We were talking about the good old times this morning. He just turned 72, but he's got his usual energy. I said he was planning to make his classic juicy stew for dinner. He's looking forward to welcoming us. Geez, that's nice. It's going to be just like the old days. Where's everyone? We were waiting here for Petrescu when suddenly the power went out. It's a flash of lightning and boom. Now they must be milling around eager to get the picture the old man wants. It'll be a picture of dinosaurs. Shut your mouth, Venezio. Anyway, it's great that Petrescu wants to rebuild the circus, Ollie. We shall rise from the ashes, like phoenixes. Isn't it pathetic? I mean, thrilling. This is our chance to fail again, gentlemen. That's enough, Venezio. You're going back in the suitcase. Ventriloquists are very talented when they do the thing where the mouth does not move, and you can't tell that they're doing both voices. But the ventriloquist dummy just freaks me out. I don't really like puppets and like dolls like that. There's a old-fashioned doll shop in York near the car park when I go visit my friend. Hi, Mr. Corners. And it's like creepy Victorian China dolls, and we're like, no, that is the spooky shop of Nope. How you doing? Alessia. Jeek, tell me, is Alessia? Alessia's here too, isn't she? Well, yes, she is. She came with all of us. She's changed. Somewhat different. I need to see your reaction when you see her. What do you mean? You'll find out. Ollie. Hey, Oliver, we need to keep practicing. We want to surprise that old cocky Petrescu with a new act. Oh my god. Flipsy isn't too bad. Yeah, it was -5 earlier in the week. It's warmed up a bit. It's 5 degrees now here. Oh my god, the chat being delayed is annoying me. I can see there is chat. The chat has not come through yet. Oh my god. Also, hi Leaky. -17 there. What? That is, yeah. Mind you, if it was -17 here, I think Britain would stop functioning, because it stops functioning when it gets above 30. And if it got below like -5, -10 maybe, it would stop functioning as well. We're not really built for weather. Yes, username. Sorry, the chat is very delayed on my PC. So, it's coming through on my laptop and literally in my VOD quicker than I'm seeing it, which means that I'm like, oh, there's new chat. Where's the chat? Where's the chat? Hopefully it'll fix itself, but if I don't reply straight away, that is why. It is because my chat is slow. So yeah, -17's normal. Yeah. I mean, I like the cold in the sense that I can make myself warm. I do not like the warm because I can't usually make myself cold. But if it's not going to snow, I feel like it's a waste of cold. And I haven't had snow, except from a flurry that didn't settle a week or so ago. And I just want some snow so I can go and run around it and go clump, 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 and hear the snow crunch. Go for a walk. Enjoy. This is why I want to move out of London. Other places get snow more than London does. But hey, future plans, future plans. You like snow, you hate slippery ground. I mean, yes. Yes, I would need to invest in some proper, like, snow boots with spikes. Or at least not spikes, but definitely some sort of better grip. Or a spiky thing. Just so that, you know, it's safe to go out. But here, if it snows, it doesn't tend to get too bad, though it did. Oh, what was it? God, we're talking like 15 years ago, 12 years ago. When I was up in North London, I remember it was very intense snow. I did slip on black ice and whomped my head on the way to work. So I continued into work in case I had concussion because I figured it was safer than going home. But I remember, getting the train, getting the overground to go to the shopping centre to pick up some stuff, and the train just stopped halfway and went, yeah, we're not going any further and we're not going back. They had to work 2 miles. Luckily it was pretty much a straight line. But yeah, that was before I had a smartphone. So I had like an old Sony Ericsson that could get like a map thing on, but yeah. It was oh yeah, those were the days. Because I was on Orange, which was before EE. And the iPhone hadn't come out on it yet, so I didn't have a thing. Anyway, I'm now going down a massive rabbit hole. I still have that phone, but anyway, sure, Jeek, I'll see you later. Yeah, I mean it had maps in the sense that I remember going into like a post office, the convenience store thing, so I could actually see because it was still snowing. And my glasses steamed up, so I had to wait like, 5 minutes so I could see. But just so I could read the map, see if I was going in the right direction. I mean it was, as I said, pretty much a straight road, but I hadn't brought my A to Z with me, so because I was just getting the overground. And you can't follow the tracks like I used to in France when the tram went down. You could just follow the tracks. You can't follow the tracks for the overground because that's dangerous. But anyway, everyone's here. I just ran into Jeek and his annoying puppet. He told me everyone was already here, even Alessia, my beloved Alessia. Alessia, my beloved Alessia. Sometimes feet by the Will of Christ gives us another chance. It would be nice to be back at the circus. Be a family again. Okay, so Jake, Dilma, Jake, not now, Ollie. We're rehearsing. Jake can't concentrate. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so everything that he's rehearsing in the dark. Everything that like sparkles is an interactive point. So this is sparkling, but the lights don't work. Notice the power's out, you clown. Yes. Gramophone. Turn handcrank. Jazz music. Hi, Heather. Don't you turn up the volume a little bit? Sorry, it doesn't sound loud enough without the horn. Then get one. Okay, crystal jug. It's a crystal jug. There's a crystal jug. Okay, and there's a gramophone, which we can potentially... Puppet keys. It's Jake's suitcase. Get away from my penthouse, you clown. Hey, Vanessa, you looked to see me some years ago. You ever seen a puppet get old, my friend? I know a good embalmer for when you die. You'll be just like me. We'll be friends forever. That's not creepy at all. I don't know whether something is glinting down here. Or it was the Lodi Savey icon. Anyway, so we need to find a horn for the gramophone. What we will do is continue along this way to find out what's down here. Recreation room. Oh, stretch. I shall stretch. Oh, but yeah, no, I could really do with some snow. It would really cheer me up. Circus stand. One of the typical Vlad Circus stands. I can't believe it's been 8 years. Here, Petrescu would announce the acts and Dom would play with his team hyenas. Okay. I can't help but feeling I'm maybe going to find a dead body. But the rooms are huge and it doesn't always light up nicely. Portrait of Petrescu with his beloved circus behind him. Must have had it painted in 1914 or 1915. Well, you could send some my way. That would be cool. Well, embalmed bear. Brutal. Poor animal. He died of suffocation in his cage during the fire. Petrescu told me he embalmed him to keep the memory alive. Well, that's not vaguely creepy at all. Portrait of Vlad Petrescu and his younger brother Joseph. They were so young. Yeah, and he's the one that set fire to everything. Back There was some firewood that must be left from the winter. Key has a lock. Okay. Right. Okay, so easy light switch. Diary. Okay, so... Oh, hopefully we don't run out of kerosene. Busy. Okay, so now we'll go after the monkey. Your snow turned into ice. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I shouldn't drink alcohol. It gives me headaches since I've been taking sleeping pills. Aha. It's a modern gramophone. Oh, we can't take its horn. Another crystal jug. Okay. Should we notice that there are multiple crystal jugs? Oh, hello. Opera records. Teak. Painting. This is Jacob and Madison, Petrescu's parents. Jacob was a successful lawyer. Because of that, he was able to build this huge mansion. Mrs. Madison was a frustrated artist. Vlad said she was very sober, but he spoke of her with pride. Okay, so service area. Giant table. Okay, and first indication something's slightly wonky. My poor mother used to see that spilling wine and spilling blood is the same sin. Yeah, but there's also a chair that's fallen over and potentially been broken. Okay, so we can't take the horn, but we've got an extra record. An opera one. Can we use it with a gramophone? Uh-huh. Turn hand crank. Yeah. Oh dear. Geez, the jug's shattered. People say high-pitched voice can break glass, but I never thought it shattered a jug. Petrescu would be mad. Oh. Right, okay. So that's what we do with the... Right, okay. I don't know if we want to be shattering all of the crystals, but that was funny. So it's not going to be high enough in the other one. Bedroom, bathroom. This looks like a freaking dungeon. Ah, welcome. It's all wet there. It's not nice for walkies. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, jeez, it's you. Long time no see. Fate has brought old friends to this stormy night. Fire consumes and also creates, my good sir. What do you mean? Oliver, too, has managed to overcome his fear. He has become lazy Ollie again. Yes, the clown again. I'm cursed, Ranjit. Dr. Jasper's been very kind to me. Ranjit feels grateful. What happened to your arm? Ranjit has begun to follow the plans of the stars, my good sir. Jesus? You've cut it off yourself? Oh no, Ranjit, you shouldn't have. You'll condemn yourself to hell. Everyone hides hell in the depths of their mind. Ranjit has chosen his. He cut his own arm off. What the hell? You took a photo with the jumper and you're sharing that in the channel with the cool pets, right? Uh-huh. I'm glad you came. Strange message about a reunion have been seen in the sky, my good sir. One must be in this time and place to fulfill destiny. What did you do after the fire? Ranjit has gone back to travelling. He has seen other people and other places. He thinks that maybe the end of the circus was a well-deserved punishment for his excessive behaviour in his previous lives. As my psychiatrist always says, you shouldn't blame yourself. Men carry unspeakable guilt from one life to the next, my good sir. Yeah. Ranjit doesn't seem to have aged one single day. It pains me to see him mutilated like that. This cannot be the old man's feet. No matter how much he has sinned, I wish I could make him stop. Back in the asylum, I used to see him in my dreams. The fire was consuming everything, people died all around, and the fire was burning while uttering horrible screams. They were only nightmares. Oh, no worries. Have a good lark. Cute things. Oh, can I boop? Need a boop. Boop. It's so cute. So cute. The little nose and the little antlers. We approve. Okay, so yeah. The wind rustles the pine trees. Mary Forest at night and with its lightning is not at all reassuring. There's a kerosene lamp. This looks disgusting. There's no water. There's no toilet. The tub is full of yuck. It's full of dirty water. It reeks. Why is this guy, Ranjit, in a mouldy old area? What I can only assume is like servants' quarters type thing. Oh, hello. Lever. Leave the lever for now. What the hell? It's a cat. Mr. Mills, are you okay? Back there. Dr. Hughes rats are eating the guts of a cat. That's strange. Are you sure? I swear to God, I'm a holy mother. Show me what you saw, Mr. Mills. Well, it's not there now, but there's a blood stain. Well, I swear the cat was here. Its guts were all over the place in the rats. The reunion with your circus friends can be difficult. We talked about this at Penhurst. Oh, there's something creepy going on here. But calm down, Mr. Mills. You've imagined it, that's all. Try to control your nerves. Remember, stress hurts you. Pray if you think you need to. You brought your mother's rosary, didn't you? Yes, Doctor. I'd never go anywhere without it. I'll be around, if you excuse me. Okay. Good heavens. I think I'm not feeling well. I thought about putting on my costume would be harmless, but the rats were eating that cat. Dr. Jasper thinks it was my imagination. I don't think so. I better not imagine it in front of the others. Fortunately, I've brought my mother's rosary. I will say my prayers. I beg you, Christ Lord, do not abandon me. Kitchen sink. It's full of dirty water. It's disgusting. It's a pile of smashed dishes. Ooh, it's a note. The note says, on Tuesday the 23rd, the plumber will come to check the pipes. Okay, my stress level is increasing. It's the burner for the wood. There's blood in this kitchen. This is not hygienic. Right. Metallic box. Leave. Metallic box open. That's the fuse box. One of the fuses is busted. Damn storm. My job as an electrician at Vlad Circus, I was in charge of the lights. These were the good times. I remember how proud I felt about the large marquee Petrescu asked me to build and place on top of the main tent. It had over 160 light bulbs. They were such a headache, especially after it rained and I had to change the burned out ones. At night, the words Vlad Circus could be seen from a considerable distance. Cheek. We'll have a jug. I don't know why we need it, but we might want a jug. There was also a lever, which I kind of want to pull now. I was just disturbed by the poor cat. Lever. Move up. That's not working. There's no power supply. Oh, yes. Okay. So we need a fuse. Door. That's like so many doors already locked. Am I supposed to do anything around here? All the doors are already locked. The doors to the backyard. But Treska wanted to show me his plants, but he couldn't remember where he left the key. Oh, hold B to run. Thank you. I can't be this exhausted. The asylum treatments are ruining my body. Ah, so we have a limit on how much we can run. Good to know. Unlimited running, I suppose, does not make sense. Oh, there's a painting. Did we look at that one? It's Cheek of Madison. Yes, that was it. Where'd the monkey go? Monkey see, monkey do, monkey go. Alright, we keep exhausting ourselves. Oh, hello, Dominique. Oh. Oliver, mon ami, long time no see. I too have donned my old costume. But Dom, what you doing in a wheelchair? Oh, this chair and I share a long history, Ollie. After Monsieur Petrescu's birth brother was executed, I had polio. I wasn't well since the accident at the asylum, remember? I've healed from the disease, but my body couldn't take it anymore. Now my muscles are weak. There is nothing left of the old iron ogre, only this costume. Anyway, Monsieur Petrescu insisted that I come. It was a great gesture on his part, oh oui. Dom, I'm so sorry. Ye, life goes on. We'll do other things. Look at me, I can try, so can you. Dominique has become disabled. My strongman friend, the famous iron ogre, is now a wheelchair-bound wreck. I remember how I used to lift his elephant, Morita. It was a display of strength that would leave you grinding your teeth and gasping for air. The audience loved him. I can't see how Dom could return to Vlad Circus. I will do everything I can to help him. Ah, no worries, lurk away. Though at some point people should feel free to come back. Can someone help me carry Alessia? Harry, it's been so long. Oliver, you're here. Yes, I arrived on the train from the... Alessia needs help. Come here, Oliver. He's got no legs. Good heavens. Dear, what happened? I'd love to help, but I can barely help myself. Alessia, thought about her all these years. Okay, I was going to go shatter a crystal jug, which I can't do anyway until I find the horn for the thing, so we may as well go help. Over here. Oliver, hurry. Okay, so I've decided that there's some sparkly stuff, like, literally here. Like, behind my head. That is it's saving. Not something is... Oh, hello. Alessia. Okay. What? There's bleeding. Oliver. Oh, for Christ's sake, you're bleeding out. Oh, help us, Oliver. The baby. I didn't remember. Baby? She shouldn't have travelled in her condition, but arguing with her was useless. Harry, we've already discussed this at home. You need to take some rest and have your medication urgently. It looks like someone stabbed her, but apparently no, she's just... It's just the action of the hand. And obviously she's hemorrhaging. That's not great. We could end up with dead lady and dead baby. That's not... My friend, can you carry her to the house? Yes, sure, hurry. This is... just... What? I'm so confused. My dear Ali, Alessia's expecting a baby. Could Harry be the father? I'm not going to even speculate on his anatomy because it's none of my business. I see that my friend cares deeply for her. I would have liked to have been in his place to be the one caring for Alessia, but I must not. My mother used to say there's a reason behind God's ways. Harry is a kind-hearted man. The bleeding stopped. Alessia's sleeping now. Another storm is coming, mes amis. Where is Monsieur Presque? We've been here for hours, damn it. Hi, Betsy. Hi, Ginger. Do you always go to the bathroom together? This is no time for jokes, Joaquin. Hey, Oliver. Long time, huh? When did you get here, boy? Betsy, hi, by mid-morning. Mes amis. Mademoiselle Alessia has lost a lot of blood. It would be wise to do something. Ranjit, can you prepare some of your medicines for Alessia? Ranjit can make an infusion for the bearded woman's pain. Hopefully it will help Alessia and the baby. That's all that matters to me. I'll go check on her. Something at the end. I clicked off, actually. Alessia shouldn't have come pregnant, you idiot. Silence, Ginger, but it's true, brothers. That girl needs a doctor. That's an interesting Siamese case. Sorry, not Siamese. That's very bad old conjoined twins. My brain went to that old terminology because it's set in the 1920s, but that does not excuse, because that, I don't know whether that was, that's not appropriate to use that word. Either which way, it's conjoined is what I wanted. I don't know. My brain is tired. It's true, brothers. That girl needs a doctor. And to make matters worse, there's a train strike until midday. Father Vlad would know what to do. Has anyone seen him? We were chatting this morning, and I went for a nap, and I haven't seen him since. But there was a dead cat, and a wine glass all crashed, so anything could have happened. He said we'd have one of his stews for dinner, just like the old times. No way, and we're still in the dark. All the better not to see your faces, you jerks. Yeah. Could join. Betsy and Ginger will come too. I don't like those two obnoxious girls. They're always arguing. Their heads only agree in the presence of Petrescu. That old man has spoiled them. I don't know what he was thinking when he brought them to the circus. I think Joseph feared that his brother would end up handing over the circus to them. And then Alessia needs Ranjit's medicinal tea. Oliver, you were good with electrical stuff. Can you fix the light? Sure, I'll try. Remark has been added. Yeah, but we need a fuse. Poor Mr. Mills. I'm afraid his disorientation episodes are back. Reunion with his old friends is making him unstable. You creepy guy! Why are we asleep and not fixing the fuse? But how did I get back here? But there's also a lamp saving at the top underneath my logo, so maybe there's a whole loading versus saving thing. The lights, are the lights working? No. Why does the mirror look cracked from side to side? It's raining again. The storm's endless. I must restore the power supply. Yeah. Don't want to pray. I feel good now. Okay, so maybe we need to pray when our stress level goes up. I think maybe it's a little loading icon or like a you can't do action at the moment icon. The lamp is the save icon. Neither of which you can see, so it sort of just looks like I'm talking to myself. Okay, so it's raining, and the toilet flushed. The fountain went funny. Cloth bag. It will help me carry more stuff. Yay, I can carry one additional item. That's probably why we have the whole dropped items thing. Because if we could only carry 2 items other than what we've got right now. Well, I'm glad we went out here so we could get a bag. Puppet case. Yeah, we're totally taking the gun because... Could I seek? I can see Jeek hasn't lost his touch. I feel safer if I keep this gun with me until we get out of here. We've had our misfortunes in the past. Telephone's ringing. Speak up. Damn freaks. Who's that? Is this a bad joke? Someone's gone out. That's strange. Could have called, and why did he see that? We could probably track the blood to find out where she is, but I was going to go and see if I could crack out of the crystal jug. But also this bathroom should be non-occupied now. Still no water. Yes. At some point it's going to do something to the fountain. Jazz record. Drop. Jazz record in a bag. Turn the volume. We can't because there's no horn. You tell me where you've been after the fire? Ha! I've worked in crappy theatres. Sometimes Venezia and I would sleep staring at the stars. I will change you for a decent ventriloquist as soon as possible. What about you, Oliver? When did you do Penhurst Asylum? What have you been up to? I was discharged by Dr. Jasper last year. We're doing repair work in Scranville. Some carpentry, painting, electrical stuff, these sorts of work, just like I used to back in the circus. But things weren't going well. When I saw Petruska's letter inviting me to reopen the Vlad Circus, it felt like a miracle. Of course. All the troops feel the same. These are tough times, even worse than when I came from Puerto Rico. Better not crap your plants, clown. No, man, I'm recovered. How was Joseph's execution? Were you there? No way, my friend. I couldn't bear it. I only saw it was in the newspaper. It was all over the country. No one from the troop dared to go, no. Dr. Jasper told me about Joseph almost 2 years later when he was already recovered. I had no clue. Electrocution is a horrible way to go, Ollie. They say there's smoke coming out of your head and the bag they put on you. It catches fire, it burns. Jesus, I never thought that. Jeez, let's not talk about this. It's sad. How did you and Venezia manage to escape the fire? We were up on the scaffolding with the projector, remember? We were among the first to notice the fire. Down below were Harry, Alessia, and yourself, my friend, so when we saw the flames burning up the canvas, we bolted. I won't forget you throwing me into the void, friend. If I hadn't, we wouldn't be here now, Venezia. Fortunately, your head's really hard. Practice, okay. Joaquin Dilmer, Jeek. As a good friend of mine and an exceptional ventriloquist, it's almost impossible to notice the movement of his lips when he voices Venezia. Sometimes I can't tell them apart. I usually imagine that Jeek is the actual puppet. Okay, so we have a jug. I don't know why we might need a jug. We've got a gun. Might need that more than the rosary. But we definitely don't need the jazz record, but leaving it next to here is no, you know, it's not a silly place to put it, but jazz record, reading room, ground floor. This is brilliant. Because often in things, if you've got limited inventory, you drop stuff, and then it's like, well, where the hell did I leave that thing? So, useful. Okay. I'm looking for things. Oh. Dom, I've noticed you still smoke. Oui, mon ami. These cigarettes have been with me every day since the accident at Penhurst Asylum. It's a bad habit. It's a pretty definitive lifestyle choice, choosing the gun over the rosary. The fact that we have a gun and we have a shooty button makes me want to just be precautious. You should quit smoking. I used to roll cigarettes when I was a child and all the damage they do. I know it well, Ollie. I can't help. My lungs must be black as coal. It surprised me to see you so thin. That illness you have? Ah, mon cher, I caught it at the hospital. I was able to walk for a while. I had my muscles strong. I even worked. I could lift an elephant like I used to. But within a few years, I couldn't do it anymore. I'll be in this wheelchair forever. Cheer up. It's going to be all right, Dom. Dominique is the son of French immigrants, but he grew up in the coal mines of Santa Elena County. He later worked in a street show until Vlad Circus found him and took him to the circus. He learned how to take care of the animals and how to handle the spotlights there. Dom can't read all right, but he's a very kind-hearted guy. You know, Dom, I feel partly to blame for what happened at the asylum when we tried to get Alessio out. It wasn't your fault. We both let ourselves be talked into it by the great little Harry. It doesn't matter anymore. Ollie, time heals all wounds. I don't hold any grudges. I've never asked you this, but are you a man of faith? I don't know how to pray, Ollie. My buddies used to do it in the coal mines when I was a kid, but I haven't learned. Maybe someday you could teach me. Of course, it will be the first thing we do when we get back to the circus, I promise. I'm counting on its mercy, mon ami. Yeah, the embalmed bear, definitely something that would freak me out. Wandering around in the dark. Where does one keep the fuses? I guess it's a case of trying all the doors and seeing if anything is unlocked that wasn't unlocked before. And also someone out that went out the front gate. North Forest. Vlad Circus. Okay. It's Petresco's old wagon. Only a few wagons survived the fire. Mr. Petresco, what are you doing out in the rain? Are you alright? We were worried about you. Have you seen Joseph? Joseph? What? Joseph? Joseph Petresco, my brother. Who else would it be? But Joseph, he's dead? Don, the storm's too strong. We have to go back to the house. The hell's that? Okay, why is there a headless body? And psychiatrist turns up? Ah, we're vomiting. Great. Cool. Needed to see that. Holy Mother of God, what's going on here? It can't be. Decapitated body was here. It was a hallucination. Another damn hallucination. No. I'm not going back to Penhurst Asylum. No. So Jasper, I must see him as soon as possible. Something's happening to me. I'm hallucinating. I'm hearing strange voices and I saw a huge beheaded body. I was only for a few seconds, but holy Christ, this flesh was raw. The smell of burnt flesh was nauseating. Why would I imagine such an atrocity? My hallucinations from Penhurst Asylum were different. I must speak with Dr. Jasper and tell him everything. I mean, I don't trust Dr. Jasper that he's not causing some of this. One of the bridge boards is loose. Remove board. Oops. Use board. Remove board. Got a board. Excellent. Wow. Okay, now there's whispering. Where's our stress? Can we pray? There we go. Praying reduces stress. Having this rosary comforts me in these times of distress. I feel like as if my late mother Isabella was holding my hand. May God rest her soul. Stress is gone. Excellent. Ooh, something shiny. Keychain. Take. I'm not going back to the train station now. Okay. Right, but we've got a keychain, which means we can maybe open some other things. So that means this was not a waste of time going this way. And we got a board. So use paper clipping. Matresco must have dropped it. Joseph's arrest. The morning after the fire, the police department found Joseph near the circus, drunk and carrying a revolver. He was taken to Scranville prison. The following year, he was found guilty of arson. He was sentenced to electric chair. He was drunk and carrying a revolver. Does that mean he did it? And we don't have any space left. Mr. Mills, how are you feeling? Doctor, thank God you're here. I'm suffering from hallucinations again. Why'd you say that? Have you seen anything else? A dead man? Help me, please. My sir. Ranjit, old friend, will you make the infusion for Alessia? Ranjit will look for marigolds for the bearded lady's tea, such is the fate. I've seen flowers of all kinds in the forest. You might find marigolds. Fakir is a mysterious old man, but a man of God. His medicines have been a blessing to Vlad Circus. Sorry for the interruption, Doctor. Don't worry. Describe the vision, please. A huge corpse, covered with flies. It smelled burnt and it was beheaded, Doctor. Very disturbing. The return to the circus opens old wounds. There's no doubt about it now. We're going to need some medicine. You want to inject me with malaria blood like in the asylum? Calm down, Mr. Mills. We don't need to give you a fever. You and I are past that stage. My antipsychotic tonic will help with the hallucinations. There are some bottles in my briefcase. Try not to be nervous. Stress is bad for you. All of this brings back bad memories, Doctor. Try not to lose your temper, Mr. Mills. Always keep in mind that these hallucinations are harmless. If you fail to control your symptoms, drink some tonic. Don't forget that it was good for you in the asylum. Thank you, Doctor. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't even have been able to afford my rent when I left Penhurst. It's impossible to make up for all the things you do for me. There's nothing to thank me for, Mr. Mills. This is my job. I'll keep an eye on you if you excuse me. Jesus Christ, the tonic again. Do I have to? Leave. Well, at the moment, I've... You know... Doesn't look like it's the right lock. Okay. Get out of here, you damn stinking rats! Holy mother? Father Vlad's house is infested with rats. The rats, those rats give me the creeps. Don't be a chicken, Oliver. My father used to lock me in a cellar full of rats when he had to punish me. Cheer up, boy. Think of the future. We're coming back to the circus. That's true. What about you? Where have you been all these years? Well, you shouldn't care. Did we even ask you about that? Ginger, don't be rude, girl. Been working at Marjorie Smith's Dime Museum. You know, normal people pay to feel grossed out. Oh, Ginger, please. As this in the new Vlad Circus, no one will be disgusted or afraid of us. It will just be like before. Vlad promised. Don't make me laugh, lazy Ollie. Go mind your own business and keep spying on your dear Alessia. Jesus, Ginger, shut your mouth. I ran into Petrescu in the woods. He was looking for his brother. Can you believe that? You talk as if Father Vlad had gone mad, boy. Don't be too ridiculous, Oliver. He must be joking. Let's hope he gets back in time for dinner. Oh boy, watch out for the rats. They look hungry. And be good or we'll lock you in the cellar. That's not fun. Being creatures. The twins have always intrigued me, but I would have never dared to ask them about their condition, so I looked up in the asylum library. I found a few cases like theirs. Isophagous twins, joined at the torso but with only one pelvis. Two people in one, condemned to live together in a single body. I know that if one of the heads were to die, the other could not live for more than a few hours. It's sad and so very unfair that a creature of God should endure so much. Hi, Leaky, welcome back. We found a headless corpse. Just in case you were wondering how creepy this is going. And I'm following the bloodstains. What are you doing here? Alessia's sleeping. Sorry, Harry. It's been years since we met. Alessia's still in a lot of pain. I'm so sorry. Ranjit's medicinal tea will soothe her. Tell him to hurry. I can't watch her suffer. We'll talk later. You better go out. I will look after Alessia. Leave us alone now. Sure, Harry. As you see. How can a man be happy no matter what? I like Harry. I respect him like the brother I never had. He finds the strength to keep on living no matter how hard the circumstances. I don't think I would be able to do that. Just putting on my old clown costume makes my head spin. He barely talks to me and it hurts, but I forgive him. Alessia's his woman, and to me she will just be a sweet memory that I will take to the grave. She's no one's woman. Women are not possessions. Yeah. Oh yeah, we don't know what date it is. Ah! Keys from here. I wonder what the other one opens. Dunno. Storeroom. Cheese! Eat a piece of cheese. Yes. Oh no. Oh dear. We might be lactose intolerant. Oops. Ah, it's stale. It is stale. I mean, can cheese be stale? It's an achievement, no? You shall not eat on a full stomach. Okay. Bananas. I cannot carry more items. Note. The note says, on table at 8 o'clock. Okay. So we could potentially pick up if we didn't have so many things. A piece of pork is too big to take with me. The lights won't work. So we could potentially take... I wanted the door, actually. A banana. Not the right lock. The door's to the backyard. Take the blown fuse. I cannot carry more items. Leave. Maybe I should leave the jug here. The copper filament is cut. Okay. Well, we're going to drop the blown fuse. Because we don't need the blown fuse. We might not need the jug yet. So we're going to find out what the other key is for. That won't work without... We're going to find out what the other key is for. It's not for the key. It's not for the door. It's the telephone. There were several locked doors upstairs. I opened the door. Okay. Now we could go and pick up a banana. Oh, not again. That body's not there, I know, but Dr. Jasper's right. I must face my fears. Yes, furniture. Stripped wire. Take. Ah, maybe we can combine it in with the fuse thing. And then we can take a banana. Getting on. Repair the fuse. Firstly, I'm going to go pick up a banana then. Finally, the lights are back on. Our bananas can be discarded. Going to take the jug for now. Ooh. It's weird. Why isn't the elevator moving? Okay. Hit it from the surface area, isn't it? Okay. It looks like the chain is not attached to the engine. Switch is broken. That wouldn't talk to us. So Manuel will be dancing with Joy. So it said 8 o'clock, so... Apparently we should take tonic. I'm not sure I trust the guy though. Dr. Jasper perfected the recipe of his antipsychotic tonic while I was hospitalized. The rest of the treatments had no effect on me, not even the ice nor the malaria-induced fever. I'd be forever grateful to him. It's just that I'm terrified of drinking that tonic yet again. I'm suspicious of it. Even when the hallucinations go away, I always lose my nerve. Yeah, so... Oliver, I saw you leaving through the gate out in the storm. Have you gone to look for Monsieur Petrescu? I saw him in the woods. I guess he wasn't feeling well. What do you mean, Ollie? Well, I don't know. He was in the dark looking for his brother Joseph. Jeez. But Joseph is fried like a chicken. Joseph, that drunk desperate must be in hell, still sitting in the electric chair. Sorry, wait with me a moment. Wow, you clown, you managed to fix the light? A fuse had blown, but I managed to fix it. Well done, buddy, you haven't lost your touch, huh? No. Better not turn it off, I'm not alone here. So, yeah. I feel like something's in the crystal jug. But we need to find the trumpety thing to be able to... Any news? Well, what do you think? No sign of Dr. Vlad. How did you end up in the dime museum? We spent over a year in a homeless shelter. They wanted to dump us out in the streets, you know, the monster. We were lucky that the newspaper published an article on the anniversary of the fire. It mentioned that we were in the shelter. Marjorie Smith came for us in person. We couldn't say no. Watch is famous for seeking out special attractions and talents. No other circus ever asked for us, those jerks. We had to settle in a worthless dime museum. It's about Vlad Petrescu, your impossible love sister, disappeared. He came to lock himself in here, claiming he was broke. Ma, can't blame him, Betsy. When that bastard Joseph was executed, we never heard from Father Vlad or the rest of the troop again. Marjorie Smith's Dime Museum was one of those places that provided scares with only one coin. It was located in the suburbs of Milton City, east of Maryland. It was a dark red brick building. It was famous for exhibiting authentic nightmares in the form of preserved heads, demon mummies from all over the world, and even dog-sized insects brought from the jungles of Brazil. Will you do the sleeping, the two-headed singing sneak act again when I reopen Vlad Circus? We will never do it the same way we used to. And not because we're old. Why can't you? It was your best act. There's no other act like yours in the whole world. Well, we've stopped contorting for the last 30 years. Anyway, I didn't like doing it. I've been meaning to get back into practice, but recently we can barely twist. It hurts way too much. And we didn't actually have to do it in the museum. We just had to stand like mannequins, and a good crowd gathered. And then we would scream. A loud scream. If you could have seen it, boy, those stupid people would get out and run all over the place. The witch Marjorie had put us in a special room. We'd have to sing like in the circus. That was real boring. Provide us with food. Marjorie didn't pay us crap. Fortunately, we only have one stomach. The Carver twins had several routines, but the best was their contortion act. Betty and Ginger twisted their body in a way that made the public gasp in shock. and once curled up, they started singing. Their voices, soprano and alto, produced a chorus of chilling sounds. Under the spotlight with their red sequin dress, they looked like a huge reptile with scales of fire. A real nightmare. Hey Ginger, was it true that you were Prosesco's Feefoot? Ah, way more than that, Francis. Shut up, Betsy. Shut your mouth. And you, Oliver, you gossiping clown. You think I didn't notice, girl? I was pretending to be asleep when your daddy Vlad was sweet-talking you. Loose lips sink ships, honey, remember that? When I was asking for help to rescue Alessia from the fire, you ran away. I've forgotten many things, but not that. Is this a complaint from the little man? Dear Alessia was your problem, not ours. Oliver, I wanted to help, but when we're scared, Ginger does what she wants. I apologize. Oh, come on, sister. If it weren't for me, we'd be dead already. Stop playing the romantic child now. Okay, we'll talk later. I'm at school. Fusion, it's just time. Back soon, okay. He just keeps on yelling at us, so maybe we need to go find Ranjit. Okay. We will switch games in a moment. So we told Ranjit to go outside. No, I'm worried. Ranjit, have you managed to find the flowers for the infusion? No, my good sir. The forest is dark even for Ranjit's instant. I'm bringing the lamp with me. I can light the wee. That will be very helpful, good sir. We must stop another hemorrhage from the bearded woman. She could lose the baby. Will we ever know what you have done to feel so guilty, old man? My good sir, Ranjit endures pain and torture. My punished body hardly reflects that which Ranjit has inflicted on other people. It will never be enough. Every time you were subjected to all that torment in the circus, how did you bear all the pain? Torture of the body is art, my good sir. Art improves with time. But why are you doing this? People glimpse spiritual meaning of pain through torments of the body. You mean that pain is an instrument of God, like the crucifixion? Two-headed girl claims that people take pleasure in witnessing the suffering of others. The pain of others relieves one's own pain. It's not that simple. The universe is duality. The pain of others helps the spirit to learn without suffering in one's own flesh. Pain teaches. The agony of Ranjit's body is a gift. Ranjit's words are selfish. We haven't come to the world to suffer, but to fulfill God's will, which is one of love and compassion. The old man's unable to forgive himself. Now I understand why he went through that torture. He laid on nails, cut off pieces of his skin and flesh, and endured all kinds of physical torments. Ew. At times he would lose so much blood that he nearly died. The audience cheered and applauded him. I feel sad and horrified when I remember that. Why have you mutilated yourself like that? Ranjit's hands cannot be washed, good sir. Ranjit must cleanse the guilt of past lives until there are no traces left. Jesus, what do you keep doing that? That shall be as the stars declare, Lazy Ollie. What? No, Ranjit. Why will you do it? The stars have not spoken yet again. Ranjit doesn't know why, but they haven't spoken again. Follow me, old friend. I will show you the way. Ranjit will be walking behind Oliver like a spirit. I mean, no, please don't. These flowers all work? They're not marigolds. These are not marigolds, my good sir. Marigolds at very least yellow. We want yellow flowers. Do these flowers all work? Not marigolds, okay. Looks like a good spot to place something and cross over. It's too slippery to jump. I don't want to smash my bones. With stones. What's fan would be useful for crossing? Would you check these flowers? Ranjit! Get your ideas out over here. Nature is wise, so they say. Here we have marigolds. You can prepare the healing tea for us, you know. Ranjit also needs some water. Here is the stream. It must be pure rainwater, my good sir. Ah, good. I'll take care of it. Ranjit is going to the kitchen to get some work done. The bearded woman doesn't have much time. What's growing inside her will come out soon. Good heavens. Alice shouldn't come in that condition. Remark has been added, but also what's growing inside her will come out soon. That's gross. But we do have a jug. And we use the wood, so... How do we get water? Yeah, there's got to be some place I can put this to gather water. Because he said he needed rainwater. What's the next game? Well, you will see in a moment. I can't figure out how to get rainwater, but I have a jug. I thought I could just put it somewhere and it would collect rainwater, but it's not happening. Yeah, I'm not sure. Progress will be saved. We will pick that up later. Let me just have a quick look. All of the achievements are basically the deadly sins. Or at least the secrety ones were, because we had gluttony. You should not eat in a full stomach. Sloth, you should not neglect your life or obligation. So yeah. So that's Vlad Circus Descent into Madness. Not got to the survival horror aspects of it. Probably a good thing. It's definitely creepy. Definitely a point and click. So we're going to put the end screen up so I can end this video, but we're just going to have a break and then come back with another game in a couple of minutes. I just need to do a stretch. So don't go anywhere. That was Vlad Circus Descent into Madness. Thanks to ID at Xbox for that code.